and tonight we're going to be doing a Millionaire Mentoring broadcast. We've got people plugged in on YouTube watching this from all over the world right now. Guys, there has never been a time like we're in right now. And I'm going to share with you a little bit of what I believe is about to happen here. I don't know for certain as far as Project Titan goes, but I'm going to share with you what I think is going to roll out. Okay, now, I don't know this 100% to be true yet, right? I'm just kind of basing this on a little bit of intuition and a couple of things that were said at 2 conferences ago when we started on this path about the new version of Empower Network and where we're actually headed with this rollout. Now, you're funny, man. So, guys, what I believe is about to happen is that what I want for you to first of all understand about network distribution, direct sales distribution, online distribution, is that the most important thing for you to be able to do is to establish a pipeline. Okay, what is a pipeline? A pipeline is a number of people that are ordering products every month, okay, like an auto ship situation. Now, two conferences ago, Dave Wood got up on stage with Chris Jones, and they started to talk about their vision. And their vision is to be able to take online marketing, affiliate marketing, and network marketing and merge them all together. Okay, now what does that really truly mean? Typical network marketing is make a list of your friends and family, go to your direct core people of influence, and invite them over to your house, right, to watch a video, right? And that model, actually, guys, I will share with you, can be very successful, okay, for people that are, influential. So if an influential person invites people over and they watch a video and that influential person is talking about their vision, they don't have resistance. They don't have a lot of this going on, or a lot of people just kind of follow the leader. It's like, okay, is that what we're doing? Okay, that's what we're doing, right? So the model itself, I mean, you can't argue with the actual numbers that it does, because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry of relationships. This is really truly a business relationships, okay? Now, the lower that you go down the totem pole, the more resistance that comes into play, right? So what you'll find is that they're the most skeptical, and they typically will give you the most amount of pushback, right? The higher up that scale that you go, as far as the success level, there's less and less and less and less resistance. Successful people actually make decisions very, very quickly, right? They don't have to sit on it and ask you 55 different questions before they're going to take action, right? I can tell you that for 100% fact. And it works the same with successful people that are making investments, okay? Successful people make decisions fast, right? The lower and lower down the totem pole you go, they make decisions very, very slowly, okay? So the goal of our goal, right, is to create this distribution funnel, right, where people are going to be ordering products. Now, I believe, okay, and this is just my intuition, I believe that our platform is going to be set up in such a way that we're going to have tons of different apps, right, that people actually want, okay? I'm talking about apps for the phone, right, that people can, utilize, innovative apps that I think that this is the direction that's going to happen. I'm not 100% sure, guys, so just don't hold me to this. But I caught something that Chris Jones had said, and what I believe is going to happen is that they're going to create an entrepreneurial platform that's going to give entrepreneurs not only the ability to learn how to package their idea, how to market their idea, and how to have a platform that they can showcase their idea. Okay? Now, I want you to really understand the power of that, because there's so many entrepreneurs out there that don't really know how to launch their idea, right? Now, I think that this platform and the direction that we're headed, I believe that's the direction that this is going to actually become, is this conglomerate of entrepreneurs that have an opportunity to learn how to package up their idea, to market it, using social media and blogging and all these different strategies, and also to be able to have a platform where they can actually showcase it to an audience to be able to purchase, right? Now, what is really, really cool about this is that because the whole company now is working together, and I'm going to log into my back office right now, and I'm going to show you some really cool things that are happening right now with this rollout. And a lot of this has to do with this new comp plan. Now, one of the things that people got really excited about with the old comp plan was the size of the commissions, because there was a 70% commission that you could make with your sales. But the first, third, and fifth, and every fifth thereafter, were called pass-ups, so they went to your sponsor. Now, in the insurance industry, they use that type of models as well, right? And it's like a piggyback type of system. So the trainer, the person that trains you, is going to show you the ropes, but the first couple of people, the first couple of clients that you bring in as a rookie or a newbie are going to go to the trainer, because he's the one that's taking the time, or she's the one that's taking the time to actually train you. So that's kind of the model that we had. Now, the frustration for that newbie person is that just when they think that they've made money, they go, oh, that goes to my upline, right? So there was a little bit of, the disappointment, so to speak, from that new person that may have got somebody to go all in, and they're like, oh, I got a $3,000 commission. Oh no, it went to my upline. So the cool thing about this new program is on the front end, right? Those low commissions for the blog and the inner circle, those are going to still pay you 70% commissions. But as you go up higher, you don't have any pass-ups anymore. That means when you make a commission in the very beginning, you're going to get a 30% commission, right? It's a little bit lower, but you're going to make money right out of the gate. Now, the cool thing is this, is that as you start to complete each task to move over to qualify, your commissions are going to get higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. That means that the new person that's coming in, compared to where your classification is, you're going to be making the difference. And I don't know if you guys really know how powerful that is, but if somebody's coming in at 5,200 and that new person is, say, maybe making, 30%, right? So what would that be, like $1,500 or something? You would be making the difference between that and where you're qualified to. And guys, I'll tell you what, when you have an organization that starts to go poof, viral, all of those overrides, right, for your entire team get ridiculous. Okay, so that means that if you're really focused on these little tiny goals, and I'm going to show you today, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you how to put yourself into the mindset so that recruiting becomes easy, effortless, so that you can get your business into liftoff, because that's truly where we all want to be, right, guys? We all want our business to go into liftoff, right? And we want our new people to get their business into liftoff as well. That's the key. That's where you get duplication. So if you can get into liftoff, and then you can show another person how to get into liftoff, right? And there's only two goals in the beginning stages, guys, okay? And if you focus on these two things, your business will go viral, okay? So the first thing that you want to focus on is to become a boss. What do you have to do to become a boss? You just need 5 sales of anything, okay? So 5 $7 trials gets you to become a boss, right? If a person buys a blog, an inner circle, a top producer formula, a team building formula, and a mass influence, that's also 5 sales. So you could do 5 sales with one person going all in. That would qualify you as boss. So I want to just log in here to my back office, guys, and I want to show you the power of this, because I think that when you see this, your mind is really going to open up as to the possibilities of this program. Okay, so here we are in the back office. Now, I will share with you while I'm in here is that what I do, this is the strategy that I typically do when I get involved in a company. I log into my back office, and I hover over everything, and I just click everything to see where it goes, okay? So I hover over the next thing, and I click every single one of these things just to see where it goes, so I can be familiar with my back office, okay? This is something that I do anytime I get involved with a new company, a new program, so that I feel confident in just surfing around the website. So what will take out a lot of the sort of mystique of logging in here and feeling like you're in overwhelm, just start right here. Go, okay, is this clickable? Where does this go? Right? If nothing is dropping down, then there's no extra things, right? So if I click on that, I want to know every one of these things. What is there? Where does it go to? Right? Click on every one of these things and find out where it goes. Okay? Click on this, right? Click on the profile. Oh, what would happen if I clicked on the profile, right? So look, I can put my picture in there, I can manage my credit cards, I can change my password, I can change my personal information, right? So you want to just start to surf through this. Now keep in mind, this is only a short time old, but look, oh look, there's a new feature here that I didn't even know about. I can put my Facebook link in here now. I can put my Twitter link in here. So I wouldn't know this unless I actually do this. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you guys tonight is that the fastest way for you to really feel confident and comfortable is to go over every one of these things and just see where it goes. Okay, so in here we've got a little calendar, right, that you can schedule all of your appointments, right? Then I want to go into these things just to see where they go. Where does this go? What about the iPass outreach? What about the Elite Club, right? So really, if you guys really see how much value that is in this program and in this system, I mean, it is completely mind-boggling the amount of material, training, mindset stuff. Doesn't matter if you're a brand new newbie, if you're an intermediate person, or you're an advanced person. We have every single area covered. And the reason that people don't really get enough value from something is they don't even know what's in here. They never even click on that. Like if you go in here to iPass TV, there is a ridiculous amount of bonus material in here, guys, that people don't even realize because they've never even done what I'm telling you guys to do today, okay? So what I will share with you here is that if you just take the time, you know, like if you've got a night, just an evening one night, just start clicking these buttons just to see where they go, right? Because once you do that, Your confidence level in where this is about to go right now is literally going to go vertical, guys. You will realize that if you just buckle down and get focused, that you can make more money in this program than you've ever made in any company your entire lifetime. And I'm not kidding, guys, okay? So let's go back in here into the Empower Network side. Now, here's what's really cool. Whoever came on, can you just mute yourself up, please? Or somebody else on the panel, can you mute them out? Okay, now this area here where we're talking about the...
Hey Darren, it's tough to see your screen. Does everybody else see it?
Hold on a sec. Hold on. Okay, can you see my screen here? No?
I don't. How about anybody else? Thumbs up?
Okay, how about now? You see my screen?
I don't, but it might be my
I can see your
computer.
screen.
Okay, good. So this area here, guys, where we've got sales showing. This shows the last 7 days, the last 30 days, today and yesterday. Okay. Now the thing that I'm going to share with you guys here is a strategy that I use all the time. You will see me constantly do this, and that's to show any type of results that I generate. And it doesn't matter that it doesn't have to be a big income. So I want for you to really erase that concept from your mind that you don't think that you can showcase anything because you haven't made a lot of income yet. You can showcase Justin Varengia as to what's possible. You can showcase Mike Hobbs as to what's possible. And I'm going to show you strategies that I use. I do it myself, guys. Okay, don't think that the strategies that I'm sharing with you guys to do that I don't do myself, because I do. And I'm going to show you that once you can surrender, once you can relinquish, once you can love yourself enough to feel worthy and deserving, once you realize that we are in a holographic universe, there is no lack. Lack is an illusion. It doesn't exist, okay? So there's nothing that is the less than or a smaller piece of the pie. The universe will replenish itself, and the moment that you can just surrender to that, edify other people that are having success, and you will have success, right? If you feel that by emailing Justin Varengia's results out to your list, that, oh, this is what some people say, oh, I'm not going to do that. People will just probably call Justin Varengia and join his team. Why would they join my team? Because I haven't made any money yet, right? That's the mindset of the broke person. That's the mindset of lack mentality. It's not abundance thinking, okay? So this is really where it gets exciting. Now, your first goal when you start is to, every one of these at the beginning of the month is going to be gray, okay? So these circles are all going to be gray. So you only have one goal, okay? One goal, okay, when the month starts, and that's get to 5 people to have a sale. Okay, now that can be one person. One person can complete this and make that green. The moment that goes green, right, this is the bonus that's sitting there that's available, right? $779.90, okay? My next goal is to become a boss maker. What's a boss maker? A boss maker is when somebody here has also done what you just did, right? So some people right now on the team have 2 sales, 3 sales, 4 sales. I want to make it a goal this week to get as many people to this first green spot. Okay, that's my goal this week, to get as many people as we possibly can to have their first task done. okay? So then what happens? You move up to boss maker, okay? But look at the bonus that's sitting there, guys, okay? This is like huge. I mean, the amount of income that can be made in this program is completely staggering. Okay, so what do we have next? The next is the bronze level. Okay, that means that you need to make $2,000 plus, okay? And once you do that and this goes green, this is the bonus that's sitting there waiting, right? So at this particular point in time, we're on, what are we on, the 8th of the month. So this particular bronze has been achieved. So what's the next goal? The next goal is to get to silver, right? So this shows me that I'm 73% of the way there already, right? So I'm at $3,668, and I'm based upon my residual income that I already have. I know that there's a good chance that this is going to fill, right, with the remainder. Okay, that's what is that, like $1,400 or so. So I know that that's going to fill with my subscriptions. So I project my thinking already to here. You see how that works? So I'm not going to get stuck here. I'm already projecting in my self-talk that I want to become a gold, right? I'm a gold, I'm a gold, I'm a gold. I can see myself as gold, right? Everybody that I talk to wants to join my business, right? People see more value and opportunity in Empower Network than any other company in the marketplace. So this is called your self-talk, your daily self-talk. What do you say about recruiting? Do you say, oh, nobody will join my business? Oh, everybody I talk to says no. Or do you say to yourself, I'm in the best opportunity in the world. There's nothing out there that exists on this planet that can make people more money faster than this program that I'm in, right? And it will shift your energy from everything that you don't want on the one side to everything that you do want on the other side. And it opens up this gateway of infinite possibilities that it's like it's the law of attraction, because you are resonating out at the fact that with this, I've never seen anything like this, guys. I'll be honest with you. And I've been in this industry for 25 years, and I've never ever seen anything like this, that when you hit 10 grand, guys, there's a $7,890 bonus that's sitting there. But look what happens when you hit platinum and you hit 20 grand. There's an additional $24,000 bonus there. And when you hit the $30,000 mark at diamond, there's a $36,000 bonus there waiting for you. So, and it's all going to be based upon two things, right? Becoming a boss, and then helping one person to become a boss, okay? And if you just keep on doing that, become a boss, help one person become a boss. And if you just stay focused on that strategy, the rest of it will all fall into line, okay? So as you bring people on, you really want to make sure that they understand how this works, because this is literally like, you know, dangling a carrot, then dangling another carrot, then dangling another carrot, then dangling another carrot. And there's psychology behind this whole thing like I've never ever seen before, okay? So I believe that once this is fully up and running, Empower Network is going to have this funnel, this distribution, system where these products, people are going to be actually ordering different apps and different products that they really truly want, right? And all of that is going to be accumulated in volume that's going to go through your distribution network. And quite honestly, the industry has never ever seen anything like this. This is so innovative. This is so cutting edge, guys. This is like the next level in compensation, okay? And if you look at this compared to conventional MLM, in conventional MLM, you literally need a small country, Okay, and I'm not joking you when I say that, guys. You need a small country to be able to make any type of significant income. Like you need basically at least 80,000 people to become a millionaire. 80,000. Okay, sometimes as many as 250,000 people to become a millionaire in conventional MLM. And I can share with you that the average person just will never ever get that done, right? It just doesn't happen. So the very few people that ever get up into those higher levels, they've typically been in the industry for 20, 25, sometimes 30 years to have those leaders in place. They just roll them over from one opportunity to another. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that it took them 10 years to find maybe 10 or 12 leaders that have now exploded into 50,000 organization. They don't tell you that, right? This is the fast track because you've got the whole company building underneath you, the entire company. Now, if I go in here into, okay, so I'm going to go into, let's see, okay, go into my team. Okay, and I'm going to go into the Uniline. See that right there? So I went my business, my team, Unilines. Okay, so watch this. This is where it gets really exciting, guys. Okay. Okay, so Dave Wood, the depth right here is 1,520 people, but there's somebody else in here as well. Okay, now this person is not on my personal team. Okay, but he's added to that Uniline. Okay, now Joshua Elder is, you see him on the leaderboards quite a bit. He's on somebody else's team, but his Uniline has come in under my organization, right? If you look at this, John Oakes is somebody that you see in the video. Michael Martin is at the very top of the leaderboards. These guys are all contributing to my Uniline, guys. Do you have any idea what this means for your income? I mean, this is completely next level, guys. This is what creates a true global team, company-wide. That means we're all helping one another. Okay, now if you look at this Vic Stroysaus with the Big Idea Mastermind, there's another 74 people. Paulo Barroso, he's been on the leaderboards. He's made $750,000. There's another 34 people, right? So you see these names. Vic Stroysaus has made I think $5 million with Empower Network. So this gets very, very exciting when you start seeing people in your organization that you have not personally sponsored into your deal. They're not people from your team. They're not your people's people. These are people that are on other teams, guys. Other teams that are part of this Uniline, right? Look at the lazy millionaires, right? These are people that are on the top of the leaderboards that are now participating to add people into my organization there. Now, if you haven't done this yet, you really need to do this. Go to my business, my team, click on Unilines, and you're going to start to see your business growing, and it gets really, really exciting. Eric says, how do certain people get put under you? It all depends, Eric, on when you are time-stamped in the system. When did you join, right? And the computer software puts them in their positioning based upon when they're time-stamped. So today we had a situation with Michelle, right? And Michelle was talking to a prospect who said that he was going to sign up on Friday, right? Guys, we're talking about a $7 trial here to get a position in the Uniline. So if a person does not have $7 right now to their name, they are not a fit for your business. Seriously, okay? So, if you're communicating to that person that by them being time-stamped right now, right, between now and Friday, they could literally be missing out on hundreds and potentially even thousands of people in their organization by waiting an extra 5 days. Okay? And if you realize the power of this from a standpoint of recruiting, there is a major sense of urgency for the people to get positioned in the Uniline because they're going to benefit from all of these people. Guys, I've never seen this ever happen. There's been companies that have attempted to do it. None of them have been successful before. This is a different type of thing because it's almost a combination between a unilevel, where you're making the difference between your team and your higher level, and a where you're building your own team, but then you're also profiting from the teamwork of the entire company. Now let's just go back here onto the front page again, and I'm going to show you something here. As you qualify in your ranks, guys, okay, your percentages start going up. Okay, so it's like 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 type thing, like all the way up the line. I gotta actually find out what the percentage jumps are, because I'm just wrapped my brain around this whole thing. I'll tell you what, the last 3-4 nights I've only slept for about 3.5 or 4 hours because I'm so excited about. I've never ever seen anything like this where it's very clear. People have very clear goals, guys, and this is one of the challenges that companies have, that people just kind of get in and they don't know what to do, right? This is really clear. Get 5 sales. They could be 5 trials, they can be 5 blogs, they can be 5 inner circles, they can be 1 person with 5. So it's very clear as to your first action step. When you've done that, cha-ching, you get a check, right? Now what's your next goal? Your next goal is to help 1 person do this, right? Now, I'm going to use tomorrow, I'm going to do a test, and I'm going to use Michelle as an example, and we're going to pack a Millionaire Mentoring call. We're going to find out what people's problems are, and we're going to find out their pain. We're going to find out what we can do to help, and then I'm going to log in, I'm going to show this back office, and I'm going to show them that they can get started and lock their spot for $7. And honestly, I can't see any resistance if people actually just follow through and do this, right? Because a person that spends $7 and locks their position, they would be able to go here into their Uniline within a couple of days and already start seeing their growth, right? And that becomes really cool. That becomes really exciting. So once they realize that they're missing out if they don't get the blog, they're missing out if they don't upgrade to the inner circle, because people that come in after them can actually be placed above them, right? So now this has never happened before, where there's a sense of urgency, right? Almost like a fire that's, you know, burning under people from the very bottom to get them to want to upgrade. Because if they don't upgrade, there's people that are upgrading that are going to go above them that may even come in later. So you could be in a situation where you get involved with Empower Network and somebody gets involved tomorrow or a month from now or 2 months from now, and you go, I'm just going to get the blog platform. I'm just going to do that. Now, somebody that comes in 2 months later decides they're going to go all in and get all the products, they actually will be placed above you in the Uniline. So when you get the inner circle or the top producer formula, somebody that came in 2 months after you is now positioned above you, making money off of your business, which has never happened before, guys, in this industry. I've never ever seen that be able to be, have that type of sense of urgency for people to get the training. Now, here's what I typically tell people when they're looking at the industry, because a lot of people ask me, they say, Darren, what would you say is the reason that people fail in network marketing? Why do so many people fail? I'll tell you what it is. The entry price for MLM is way too small. Okay, that's the number one reason in my opinion. Okay, the entry price is too small, so the commitment level is too small too. In the event that somebody was spending $1 million on a McDonald's franchise, you can be rest assured that they would show up for their training, right? So here's the difference. Most network marketers are only taught to make a list of their friends and family. They're not taught attraction marketing. They're not taught about lead magnets and how to generate leads, how to build a list, how to build a relationship with those people, how to provide value to the market, how to solve people's problems. They're not taught any of that, okay? Now, here's what I believe. Here's what I say to people. The Empower Network products should be mandatory for anybody that's getting into this industry, right across the board. Just like no different than if you wanted to become a nurse, you'd have to go get a nursing degree. If you were to become a doctor, you would have to go get your MD, right? If you're a lawyer, you got to pass the bar exam, right? There's certain standards all the way across in all these different industries where you actually have to get a diploma in order to go into that market. That's how I believe that this industry should really be. It should be set up in such a way so that people actually have to get, graduate. Like you get your training, like here's an example. My niece is a nurse, and she had to take out $45,000 in student loans in order to become a nurse, right? Well, nurses only make about $65,000 a year, right? And that's sort of like a capped job position, right? They only make a certain amount. That's what they make, right? So this type of a business model has like an unlimited, is no income ceiling, right? It's unlimited as to how much you can make. But the missing link, guys, the missing link with this model is that first part, that training that people need to get, right? How do you become a top producer? What do you do? Most people don't know, right? We have the solution to that problem, right? How do you build a team? How do you create culture? How do you inspire and motivate people to put them into action? A lot of people don't know. That's why we have the team building formula, right? How do you create mass influence so that you can go into a city and literally have 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 people show up to hear what you have to say as a leader, as a visionary, somebody that can teach tools, tips, and strategies on how to fast track their business to the top, right? A lot of people don't know how to do that. We have the solution to that. That's called the mass influence formula. So these products, guys, that we have are literally just the first stage, I believe, okay? The first stage. In the next evolution, when we launch Project Titan, and we now start to take this into living rooms, onto television screens where people are watching a video and they're leaving with, something. It's going to be a box of, manuals and stuff on different ways that videos and stuff in the black box that they can get started. That they're leaving with something in their hand. Okay, they're leaving with it's grassroots networking. So there'd be a combination here. This has never been done before, guys. Straight up, this is the first company to ever do this, where they've got online affiliate marketing, right, combined with direct sales network marketing, home business, right, conventional network marketing, right, where a lot of those people will be doing three-way phone calls, conference calls, home meetings, right? That is a specific niche, right? And there's a lot of people that are really good at that niche. Now, when you take that and you combine this with our new comp plan, oh my God, guys! Like I'm telling you, this is why right now I can't sleep at night. I'm so fired up right now because I am my whole mind is just going like this, because I realize now that if you really get focused right now, guys, okay, if you trust this process and you realize that we're literally like the educational university for the industry in general, right? If anybody really wants to go to multiple seven figures, they've got to know how to generate leads. Okay, that's like the basic stuff, but no, most people don't know how. I'm not kidding you guys. If you were to interview a number of people in the industry and you were to ask them, like brand new newbies that are just starting out, and you said, what are you going to do after you go to all your warm market? And people just say they're not interested. Now what are you going to do? What's next? They don't know. That is a huge problem industry-wide, right across, right? And that's why the failure rate is so high, because they never get trained. They don't know what to do. So they burn through their warm market, and now they're hooked. They could be totally sold on duplication and the networking model and direct sales and everything else. They don't know what to do now. So what do they go to? Trade shows? Do they cold call realtors? Do they buy leads and cold call them? What do? They don't know. Okay, we have that solution here. Now, when you combine that with network marketing in combo, right, where people can actually learn strategies on how to generate leads in a localized market, qualified prospects, and then build a relationship with those people in a local market. Guys, that's what they're doing in Portugal, just so you know. And Silvio's already hit 30,000 a month, and he has 3 people underneath him that have already hit $30,000 a month. Okay, so that's kind of a combination between online affiliate marketing, right, and network marketing. And when you merge the two together, that's when it starts to go viral, guys, okay, because you've got a combo. So imagine this. Imagine you've got a person that understands some basic concept strategies on how to generate leads, how to close prospects, how to upsell them to higher ticket items, right? And how to do just a few basic things. So Silvio's group is teaching people how to place an ad, right? How to write a blog, right? And how to send it to their list, how to send an email to their list. So what they're doing is actually having people meet at Silvio's house, where they're just teaching those 3 things, right, that anybody can do. And that's a combination. That's a combination between online and offline. So you've got online marketing strategies feeding the conventional network marketing. Now here's what I'll share with you, is that when a person is excited, when a person is really truly excited, and they've got there's 2 things that you want to learn as a professional network marketer. Okay, the first thing is the art of the connection. That's rapport building, finding things in common, asking qualifying questions, finding a need, identifying pain, problem, or passion, right? The 3 P's: pain, problem, passion, okay? That's called the art of connecting. The second thing that you want to get good at is the art of the invitation, right? Where something or someone other than you is going to present your business. Okay, this is really critical, guys. Now, these are the strategies that I've used throughout my whole career, and they're the same strategies I use for raising money, venture capital, right? So if I build rapport with a person and I ask them who do they know that's liquid, that would be able to make an investment, and they say, well, I wouldn't mind finding out about it, Darren. What do you got? Okay, I don't try and tell them the whole business. Okay, here's what I say. You got a pen? Okay, write down this website, watch the video, and call me back. Okay, so here's where most people go wrong industry-wide. Okay, so first of all, they're pitching their deal. Oh man, I got this thing, you got to try this out. We got these products, they're so amazing, you're going to make so much money. I'm telling you, we're going to all be rich, right? It doesn't work, okay? The conversation needs to be about the other person, not about your deal, right? The other person. What's happening in their life, okay? What's their vision for 2016? What do they really want, right? What's their passion? Are they currently living their passion? If not, right, why not, right? So somebody says that they're in real estate. Oh, really? I love real estate. How long have you been in real estate? About 15 years. Is it your passion? That's either going to be a yes or a no, right? And if it's not their passion, what's their passion? So if they say that their passion is that they really love windsurfing, or they really want to travel, or they really wish they could spend more time with their kids, here's what I want to ask them. How much money do you need to be able to leave whatever it is that they do, real estate, so that you can live your passion? Now, once I have a number, okay, I now have leverage. Okay, once I have a number. Now, I want to find out how serious they are about that. Okay, so I typically say, well, I mean, give me an idea. I'm on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being the most serious. How serious would you say you are about that, right, to be able to leave real estate and live your passion? Right? Oh, Darren, I'm definitely a 10. Okay, now I ask one more question when they say that. Okay, I say, really, a 10? 3 words. Tell me why. Now they're selling me on their dream, and they're getting emotionally connected to their dream. And when that happens, guys, you got a breakthrough right there. When you can get somebody emotionally connected to their dream, that's when things take off to a completely different level. Okay, so I'm going to reach out to the panel here really quickly. First of all, Shirley, how are you?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm good. I've just been out all day. We were celebrating Hmong New Year up here in Portland. So, yeah.
What were you celebrating?
The New Year. It's just an event where we go and there's live performances and singing, and just we wear the Hmong clothes throughout the day and meet people.
Nice. Was it fun?
Hi, Eric. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, I mean, I've been to better ones, but it was good. It was nice. This is my first one here in Portland.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Shirley, can you just tilt your camera down a bit so we can see, or your head's kind of cut
No,
off?
I've been having problems with this because I'm with my little setup, but okay.
Okay. So, give us some couple snapshot updates as to, what's your strategy right now that you're sort of on the path of using right now, and what sort of results are you generating with it right now? Because I want to try to get you to boss here as fast as I possibly can. So where are you at right now with your percentage?
Yeah, with my percentage rate, it's still just about the same because the good thing is that I'm still the attractor factor where people are coming to me asking me about what I'm doing and the business that I'm doing. So how I got to that was that because before I struggled with finding quality leads, and so it kind of disappeared from that, kind of went away once I started giving out value and started posting more videos, and that's how I started to attract the leads that I wanted to, and then it became them coming to me instead of me going to them. So that got a lot easier for me just by creating the video, because a lot of people out there do not want to reach out for help, so they kind of creep and look for their own answers, and then when they feel comfortable, which is when they earn that trust, then they start coming to me. So that right there is good for me. And then right now it's just about getting them in and then getting them to upgrade, of course, which we've talked about for quite some time now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So here's what I want to share with you on the front end, because here's one of the things I think is really going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just want to just test this for a sec, okay?
Yeah.
If you just role play with me here, okay? So I'm going to reach out to you on Facebook, and I'm going to say, I'm going to type, I'm going to say, hey, Shirley, you know, I just watched your video. Like, what exactly is it that you do anyway?
And I'll say, well, and then I'll just ask you, well, what is it that you're wanting? What is it that you're wanting to look into? Why are you wanting to looking for more income?
Okay. So here's what I'll share with you. First of all, you really at that point in time won't know whether or not they are looking for more income. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is pretend that you didn't even see that. Okay, by them saying that, you know you have somebody that's interested. Okay, but just don't even answer it. So what I'm going to do now, what I'm suggesting that you do, is you're going to say, "Hey Tom, how's it going? How's your day going so far?" Right? And now you got control. Okay, so they're going to ask you, "So what exactly is it that you do?" Okay, don't answer. Okay, it will come, but not there. That's the wrong time. It's not going to be on the front end. Okay, it's not going to happen until you have got a connection, right? Built some rapport, right? Opened up the naked soul, sent a few pictures, talked about your life. Then now, so what exactly is it that you do anyway? Now you're going to find out about their reality here and what's their vision. Because if somebody just says, hey, Shirley, what exactly do you do anyway? You wouldn't even know. You couldn't say, well, what has you looking for more income? Unless you said, you know, I'm helping X amount of families add this amount of income to their you know, yearly income, working part-time. If that's something that interests you, hit me up on private message and say, send me the info. Okay, so somebody says, they hit me up on private message, and I get a message that says, send me the info. Okay, now I know from that, based upon my post that was talking about adding additional income, that that's what they're looking for. But here's what I don't do. I don't say, hey Tom, here's the link.
Right.
I don't do that, right? Because I want to be able to connect with them first, right? To find out what's going on in their life, what's happening in their life here, right? In this reality. Are they married? Did they have children? What do they work? How long have they been doing that, right? And then what's their vision? What do they really want? Okay. Now, if they talk to me about this, I can get them emotionally connected to their dream. And let's say that they tell me that I say, well, what's your vision? And they go, well, I really want to make $10,000 a month, right? So what I'm going to say from that, I'm going to take them back to this reality again, and I'm going to say, what level of income are you currently accustomed to making? Now, what's this going to do? This is going to give me to find out whether or not they actually have a budget. Okay, so I don't know anything about a person. They reach out. I say, how's it going? How's it going so far? Pretty good, Darren. How about yourself? I go, it's going amazing. This is going out, blah, blah, blah. Picture, picture. I've opened up a gateway now. I got a connection, right? So I say, so what has you looking for more income right now? Now they're going to talk to me either about their pain, their problem, or their passion, typically, right? My wife just lost her job. I just got laid off. You know, I really want to add some extra income. My kids are going to university. I need to create a college fund. I got credit card debt. Home's in foreclosure. I just lost, you know, I'm in between careers. I'm looking for something. Okay, now I go over here. See how that works? So what's happening here in your reality, and what's your vision? What do you really want? Oh, I want $10,000 a month. Cool. What level of income are you currently accustomed to making? So now, let's say the guy says, I make $5,000 a month. That's not enough, right? I don't have enough data. So what else do I need to know? So what about your wife? Does she work? Because I want to find the combined household income. Does that make sense? because now I know how much money they've got to spend and how much leverage do I have, right? So if I know what they want and they're emotionally connected to that, and I know what level of income they're accustomed to making, and what the wife makes, now I've got combined household income, right? Now I know how much pressure that I can put on to bring them in, right? And it's not like I'm hard closing the person. They actually close themselves, right? I just ask the right questions and to get them to sell themselves. I don't sell the person.
Mm-hmm.
They sell themselves on the deal. And what sells them on the deal is when I get them emotionally connected from here over to here, right? From where they currently are to where do they want to go, right? So once I know the money that they have, right, now I can start to say some stuff over here that's going to make sense to them. Okay, now I'm going to ask them questions where they're going to answer yes to. So here's an example. So Shirley, let me ask you a question. I mean, you know, if you were to decide today that you wanted to become a nurse, would you be working in a hospital tomorrow, right? And they'd probably say, no, I wouldn't. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to say, it would make sense that if you wanted to become a nurse, you'd probably have to get the proper education to be able to get into a hospital. Am I right? You're going to say yes. Okay, so now I'm going to say, I mean, if you were a lawyer and you wanted to be a lawyer, you'd probably have to go through about 7 years and get a university degree and pass a bar exam in order to become a lawyer. Would you agree with that? Yes. Right? Same thing with a doctor. Like if you decided today you wanted to go into medical school and become a doctor and get an MD, it would probably take you a significant amount of time and money in order to actually become a doctor. Am I right? Yes. See how? So I want to get them to say yes, 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 yes. So now I'm going to say something like, so you know, you were talking about wanting to get to $10,000 a month. Am I right? 10,000? Yeah, I want to get to 10,000. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Now, I say that a lot when I'm talking to people. Let me ask you a question, okay? Because it's like they're giving me permission. Let me ask you a question, Shirley, right? Do you want to get there the fast way, or do you want to get there the slow way? Oh, Darren, I definitely want to get there the fast way. Okay, so you'd be okay making $3,000 commissions then? You see how I'm guiding the question, right? They're the one that's selling themselves on whether or not they want to participate, right? I'm just helping the process along, and I understand the whole psychology, right? So if I know where they are, I know where I want to go. I paint this picture, they get emotionally connected to it. I know how much money they have. I know the combined household income, right? Now I give them reference material to other things that they can realize in the real world. A nurse, a doctor, a lawyer, accountant, right? And now I'm going to connect them to the type of commissions that they want to make, right? So they say that they want to make $3,000 commissions, right? So now I'm going to say something like, well, you know, here's what I'm going to share with you, Shirley. The people that are really serious, right, that want to make $10,000 a month, what they do is they get all of our core training products, right, and they go through those because it makes sense that if you wanted to make the big money, you would need to get the education first in order to make those type of commissions. That makes sense, doesn't it? They say yes, right? So you want to be able to get comfortable in your verbiage where you're kind of guiding the person along, but they're the one that's agreeing, and yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, I never thought about it like that. Yeah, that makes sense, Darren. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense, right? So now keep in mind, now I'm going to do the takeaway, okay? Keep in mind, Shirley, I mean, you know, if you want to get there the slow way, right, I mean, you can do that. But let's just take a look at how much work that you're going to have to do in order to make that $10,000 a month. Guess what I pull out?
Like
This. Okay? So I say, okay, let's take 10,000 and let's divide it by $17.50. Okay. So here's what I'm going to share with you, Shirley. You can, you know, you're welcome to do this. Okay, you're more than welcome to do this. You know, because you said that you wanted to get there the fast way, but if you were to go the slow way, you would just have to do 571 sales of the blog in order to make 10 grand a month, right? Or you can make like 3, right, and be at $10,000 a month. So, you know, you got 570, 571, or 3, right? And it's totally up to you, right? But what I can tell you is that all of the successful people, all of the people that are making 7 figures, all the people that are just totally crushing it right now, they all bought the core products. So let me ask you this, Shirley. If you were to do what all of the successful people do, it would make sense that you would probably have success too, wouldn't it? You see that? You see what I'm saying? How that goes? So, you know, and keep in mind, it's one thing to like I can share this stuff with you, and I can tell you all these things, but the only way that you will really get it is just by doing it, just by, you know, if I was to tell you this, it would make sense that, right? If I was to tell you this, it would make sense that, right? Wouldn't it? Or wouldn't you agree, right? So those are guiding questions that that's how I get people to go all in all the time. Now, in the event that I come back and they say something like, "Oh man, you know what? I really want to do this, Darren, but I just don't have the money," right? So here's what I say to them. You know what, Shirley? Here's what I'll share with you, and I'm just sharing this from my own personal experience and thousands of people that I've helped to get to their personal breakthrough. Okay, so listen to my words. You know what, Shirley? I mean, I'm just going to share with you from my own personal experience and thousands of other people that I've helped get to their personal breakthrough. Okay? The first step to breaking through, the first step for you to get to that next level is for you to be able to surrender your pride and your ego. Okay? Now, chances are, now, I don't know what your parents do. I don't know what your close relatives do, like your grandparents and whatnot, but I would bet that if they really believed that you had a vision and that you were really focused on getting to your dream, and they knew that you were backed by Millionaire Mentoring and a whole team of mentors that was going to help you get it, I believe that they would actually back you on this. I mean, am I right with that?
Absolutely, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So what I'm gonna now in the event that that's not enough, then I pull in my shock stopper. Are you ready for this one? Okay, here's my shock stopper. Shirley, you know what? I'm just gonna share something with you, and I want you to be completely honest with me right now, okay? You get a call tonight, right? It's 11 o'clock at night, and it's the hospital. right? And they say to you, is this Shirley? And you say, yes. And they say, you know, it's Dr. Johnson calling from emergency. And you're like, holy cow. They say, you know, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news, right? They say the bad news is that your parents were just in a head-on collision. The good news is they're still alive. The bad news is that we have to get them both into surgery within 48 hours or they're going to both die. Now, what would you do in order to be able to come up with that 10 grand in order to save their life, right? Now, most people, when you tell that story, they go through a complete paradigm shift, right? Because they don't look at their own life that way. So here's what I say. Until you're at a point, Shirley, where you want to save your own life, like you would want to save your parents' life in that 48 hours, right? That's when you'll get your breakthrough. Make sense?
Yeah.
And that's my last thing that I'll pull out, right? Make sense?
Absolutely. Gotcha.
Okay. Eric, you there, sir?
Yep, I'm here.
Cool. Anything that I've talked about here that you feel will help you to get more people all in?
Yeah, of course. The particular piece about really creating the awareness of where they are and where they want to be, and then actually taking it out of the ether, so to speak, of just their wishes and their dreams and things like that, to step by step. Here is how to do it. I like the one about, you know, if you wanted to do the things that the successful people were doing, you know, if you were to do that, it would make sense. You would be successful too, right? Yes. Okay, so here's what we need to do. And that's a fantastic way of, so many people just live in their heads like, I wish I could just fire my boss, or I wish I could go on this trip, or, you know, they don't really know how to get there to that point, right? And I think that breaking it down to something where it's on their level of reality is the most important thing, because, you know, let's face it, a lot of people have these pipe dreams, and most of them will never get there because, like you just said, they don't know how to get there, and or the comp plan sucks, or they don't have the training that we have and things like that too. So it becomes more easy for, you know, one thing I thought you were going to say to Shirley was where to to practice what we're saying, to role play, literally, to say it out loud in your own words. Because if you just, like with Shirley, when you asked her the question, she knew the answer to the question, and then she kind of stuttered and bobbled it and this and that. But role playing and practicing the sequence of questions that you're putting forth and given to us, I think that'll be a huge step for a lot of people also, because we'll get more comfortable with our own words coming out of the mouth. We'll get comfortable with being confident with the answers, and then also while we're doing those actions, the belief within ourselves, like you said, will skyrocket and fast track this whole thing towards the success. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Now, here's the thing that I want to also share with you on this, guys, is that this is the one area where I think it has a lot to do with the human condition, right? That's our early childhood programming and the deservability, worthiness, self-love, and boundaries that I talk a lot about in Millionaire Mentoring. If you get comfortable saying these couple of things that I'm going to share with you, right, is, you know, number one, give me an idea. What is your startup budget that you're working with? Okay, I say this, okay, what is your startup budget that you're working with? If I'm talking to somebody and they're giving me some data, I'll say, okay, so give me an idea. How much money have you set aside to start your business with? And then what have you sort of projecting for your monthly maintenance budget to run your business with? I ask these questions, guys. Okay. Here's another one that I asked. So Tom, I mean, based upon what you've seen and heard, can you see an opportunity here? Okay, based upon what you've seen and heard, can you see an opportunity here? Okay, now when the person says yes, okay, you need to give them the action steps. Okay, so these are called commanding instructions. Okay, this is how this works. Okay, here's what I want you to do then. Okay, I want you to log into your back office. I want you to go to the product section. I want you to purchase the Kalatu Premium blog, get the inner circle, get the top producer formula, right, depending on what their budget is. Okay, so if they've told you that they have a $1,000 budget, then you bump, 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 bump. Okay, if they say that they want to get there the fast way, right, and I'm going to say this. Okay, great. Are you ready to get started today then? Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to log into your back office. I want you to go to the product section, and I want you to purchase each one of the products so that you've gone all in. Okay, now once you've done that, I want you to come back. Those are called commanding instructions, guys. Okay, so once you have the data, where they are, where they want to go, you know what their vision is, you know what their startup budget is that they've set aside, you know what their monthly maintenance budget is, I already know what the combined household income is of the family. I got a lot of data, right, from having the conversation. Now, do you think that I'm going to do all of that on Facebook chat? Are you kidding? No. Hello? Right here. I'm going to get them off of Facebook onto the phone, off of Facebook onto Skype, right? You'll be able to build a way faster relationship with a person on this, okay, or on Skype than you will chat, 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 chat. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do that, because you can, right? And once you get to the point where you know the questions really, really fast, you can, you know, right? But it still takes a lot more longer to type all this stuff, to type and then wait and then type and then wait, right? I can get way more connected. I can get you way more connected to your dream when I can hear your voice, if that makes sense. Okay, because this is an energy portal right here. Okay, so I can get way more connected to you through this or through a Skype than I can from chatting. Okay, now I will share with you that I've closed lots and lots of people on Facebook chat, right? But if I really want to get people to go all in and spend $5,200, you can be rest assured I'm talking to the person. Okay. So any closing comments, Shirley, before we wrap up? Did we lose Shirley? Okay, Michelle, any closing comments?
No, I'm good. I've learned a lot. Thanks.
Cool. Helen, how did you make out? I saw you taking a bunch of notes there, it looked like.
Just do it. I think that is the process right now. We have been not doing the back office.
Okay, cool.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, yeah. Good stuff. Eric, any breakthroughs? Any closing comments? Oh, you're muted there. You're muted.
There we go. No, I like the fact where you talk about getting on the phone and spending time with people that are like super qualified. Just like in our clinic in the real world, you know, when we have a family that wants to, we know that some package they want to buy that's $2,000 or $3,000 and stuff like that. Trust me, I'm on the phone, I am on Skype, I am building that relationship as well. And so it's important that you got to balance the idea of autopilot sales and don't pick up the phone kind of thing to understanding that engaging with someone who is absolutely serious is very important to do, and that way that you as a leader can show them that that's at the proper time when to do that. I'm really glad that you talk about that and not just don't pick up the phone, don't do this, and just try and get people into the funnel. I think that it's great for leaders to do that. I think it builds confidence in the team.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Okay, Shirley, did you get your...
What's up? Again. Darren, you're muted.
I was going to say, are you starting to feel a lot more, comfortable or confident on this is really a question asking process?
Right.
If you aren't the person that's asking the questions, then you lose control of the conversation. Okay, so if the person comes to you and says, hey, Shirley, yeah, I heard you're in this Empower Network deal. What exactly is that? Okay, I pretend I don't even hear that. Right? Hey, Shirley, how's it going? How's your day going so far?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I know I've got an interested prospect on there, right? Now I want to qualify them. Okay, and this is what most people don't do. Okay, they don't understand the psychology of sales. Okay, sales is a psychology, and that person needs to sell themselves. Okay, you just need to be the guider, like the tour guide, that's going to take them up and down this emotional roller coaster. Okay, and remember what I always talk about in raising venture capital. What's my number one goal? Right, Shirley, tell me what my number one goal is that's going to open up the vault. What do I need to do?
Build rapport and the connection.
I need to change their state. Once I can change a person's state, and we're both laughing, right? Ha 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 ha. When two people laugh, their bodies synchronize like this. Ha ha ha. Okay, that's called opening the vault. Okay, and when you get good at this, okay, so it goes from finding a few things in common, right, to changing their state. That is the opening of the vault. Okay, changing their state. Okay, so if I'm like this and I go back to I'm in, right? And now I'm going to take control, right? Now, if you ever feel like you're losing control, where they ask you a question, right? Oh, so as an example, okay. So Darren, the Empower Network comp plan, so different than everybody else's comp plan. Okay, now instead of me answering that, I'm going to ask a question to the question. Okay, so watch how this works. So Darren, like how's the Empower Network comp plan better than anybody else's, right? Is the comp plan the most important thing for you? I got control again. See how that worked?
Right.
Right? What comp plans are you familiar with? See what, now I got control.
Yeah.
Right? So I ask a question to the question, I got control again. The person that asks the questions controls the conversation. Really important, guys. Okay? You don't want to be the answerer. They say this, you answer. They say that, you answer. Now you're under fire. Right? And they will keep on asking you questions, and you'll be the gopher running to the company, running to customer service. Oh, who knows that answer? And running back. And then who knows that answer? And running back. Right? Don't be that. Right? You'll have people that will send you on a wild goose chase. Okay? Here's how you stop that from happening. You have to take the position that you're the CEO, you're doing the interview, and you don't even know if they're qualified to work with you, period. You don't even know if they're qualified to get your time. So don't be that go-to person running back, running back for customer service. Oh, okay. Right? Don't be that person, because people will literally waste your time. Okay, and most of those people are broke. So you'll go be running back and forth and getting all these answers, and then so you come back and you're like, are you ready to get started? Well, we'll come up with $7 on Friday. Right? Make sense? Make sense, guys? Okay.
Yes. Sorry.
Cool. So we're gonna wrap up for today, and let's set a goal this week, guys. We're going to 5 trials, 5 sales of anything, and step 1's done. You are a boss. Okay. So guys, you've got Darren Little here with the MLM Superheroes. I am fired up like I've never been fired up before. Let's connect together in the group and take our businesses to the next level. Thanks a lot for joining us, and have a great night.
Thanks.